Hello and welcome. This is Annie from God in Scripture. And the 29th of September is the feast of the Archangels Michael, Gabriel and Raphael. And we are really in a time of the angels at the moment. We have always had them with us to protect us and by God's providence. But now particularly is a time when the angels are very powerful. And in fact, one of the priests from the Divine Will said it came to him that on the feast we should light 3 candles in honour of the 3 archangels to invoke their protection for us in these times. And in the Marian movement of priests, there are a few messages about the archangels. So I'm just going to read them to you so you can understand more about the role of the archangels, especially in these times. So this first message I'm going to read you was on the 29th of September in 1979. And Our Lady says, "With you also are the angels of the Lord. I am their queen, and they are ready to follow my orders, because the Most Holy Trinity has entrusted the work of the renewal of the Church and the world to my Immaculate Heart. St Michael is at the head of my entire heavenly and earthly cohort, which is now drawn up for battle. St Gabriel is at your right side to give each one of you the very invincible strength of God, and St Raphael is healing you of the numerous wounds which you often receive in the great struggle in which you are engaged. Be ever aware of the angels of God who are at your side, and invoke their help and protection often. They have great power to defend you and to rescue you from all the snares which Satan, my adversary and yours, sets for you. Their protection will now intensify and will be particularly experienced by you, because the time of the great trial has come and you are about to enter upon a period of greater anguish than you have ever before experienced. At my orders you will become aware of the angels of the Lord at your side. They will be your defence and your guide, so that each of you will be able to carry out what I have determined for the triumph of my Immaculate Heart." And then there is another message I want to read to you, which was later on in the time of Father Gobi. And again, this message was given on the 29th of September, on the Feast of the Archangels. And this message was given in 1994. Today you are celebrating the feast of Archangels Gabriel, Raphael and Michael. They are the angels of your time. They are the angels of the concluding time of the purification and of the great tribulation. To them is entrusted a particular task during the period of the trial and the great chastisement. To them it belongs to save the people of God, to gather together from every part of the earth whoever is called to be part of the little remnant which will remain faithful into the sure refuge of my Immaculate Heart. Above all, it is the angels who reveal to you the final events described in the sealed book. To the Archangel Michael is entrusted the task of leading into battle the armies of the angels and of my faithful children against the armies drawn up for battle of Satan, of evil, of satanic and Masonic powers, already organized on a world scale, in a single great power to range themselves against God and against his Christ. Saint Michael will intervene above all in order to fight against the old enemy Lucifer, who in the final hour will appear with all the dark power of the Antichrist. His is the task of fighting against him and of conquering him, of putting him down into his kingdom of darkness and fire, offering to your Heavenly Mother the chain with which she will bind him and the key to close the door of the abyss, from which he will not be able to emerge again to harm the world. To the Archangel Raphael is entrusted the mission of taking part in the great battle as the heavenly doctor, in order to come to your help and heal all those who are stricken and wounded. Just as he restored sight to Tobias, so also to millions of my poor children, blinded by sins, errors, and the great darkness of your days, he will give sight so that they may be able to come back to believe and to contemplate the divine splendour of the truth. To the Archangel Gabriel is entrusted the great mission of announcing the return of Jesus in glory to establish his reign in the world. Just as the heavenly announcement of the first coming of my Son into the world came from him, so again will he be the shining messenger of the second coming of Jesus in glory. This second coming will take place in power and light, with Jesus appearing on the clouds of heaven in the splendour of his divinity to subject all things to himself, and so the divine power of my Son Jesus will appear to the whole created universe. To the Archangel who is called the Power of God is given the task of announcing to everyone the imminent return of Christ with the strength of his divine power. For this reason I am inviting you today to honour, pray, to invoke the protection of these three Archangels who are called upon to carry out so great a mission in the concluding period of the Great Tribulation, and to bear you into the heart of final events which you are now called upon to live through with great confidence and hope. Now, the extraordinary thing about the Archangel Gabriel is that he has given a message this year to Father Michel Rodriguez, who is a Canadian priest and a prophet and mystic of our times. And he has been receiving messages from God the Father since about the age of 4. He is an exorcist and a priest extraordinaire. And he did a retreat in Knock for a whole weekend just before COVID broke out and told us many things, and all those videos can be found online, and I will be doing another video and putting links in about those revelations. But St Gabriel has appeared to this priest in March this year, but he's only just revealed it, what St Gabriel said to him 2 days ago. And it's a very long message, and I'm only going to read you a very little bit of it, and then we'll go into it in more detail in a video in the next couple of days. So this is part of what the angel Gabriel said and revealed to this priest, Father Michel Rodriguez. Some of you may know him. He said, "When St Joseph retires," and what he means by that is this is the year of St Joseph, where we have been protected in the church by the extraordinary graces of this year of St Joseph. When he retires, that will be the 8th of December 2021. So that's what that means. So when St Joseph retires, the Immaculate Heart of Mary will begin the beginnings of the triumph of her Immaculate Heart for her children and for the church. The church will go through the pains of a purification, where the Virgin Mary will accompany her as Mother of Sorrows. Some of her children will be martyrs. They will wear the palm of the victory of Christ on the day of the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. At the time when the Antichrist will appear, the time of the refuges prepared by the holy hearts of Jesus and Mary and the very pure heart of St Joseph will sound. The refuges are the work of the 3.5 years announced in the book of Revelation. They are the work of God. Small herd, by that it means the small remnant. Do not be afraid. Look with the eyes of faith, hope and love. The shelters are under the special protection of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. This is how her Immaculate Heart wanted it. Can you not now see the work of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary and Joseph? Everything you need to know has now been said. Live in confidence to accomplish His divine will and repeat this prayer often. Jesus, I trust in you. That's the end of the message. So as I said, we'll go into that in more detail. So it's very exciting. We must not be afraid, because now the times we've been waiting for, they are coming, and we must be prepared. So I'll reveal that in the next video. So may God bless you, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit the bell button to be notified of any new videos as they come out. Thank you.